So we're here in Marietta, Georgia, Phrase Gin Court. Something very important happened here. It was the lynching of Leo Frank. I'm going to tell you really quick about that. Leo Frank is the only Jew that we know of to have ever been lynched on American soil. Pretty much the story is he was working for his uncle's pencil factory, and a young girl was killed in the factory named Mary Fagan. People were convinced that it was him. He was tried, convicted by a racist court, sentenced to death. Evidence came out that showed that he was innocent. Instead of having another trial, they changed his sentence from death to life in prison. But apparently that injustice wasn't good enough, because a group of people calling themselves the Knights of Mary Fagan kidnapped Leo Frank from the prison farm, dragged him here, and lynched him on this spot. All Leo Frank asked of the culprits who murdered him was that he'd be able to write a note to his wife, that he'd be able to have them return his wedding ring, and also that they cover the bottom half of his body, because all he was wearing was a night robe. So on March 11, 1986, a pardon was issued by the State Board of Pardons and Paroles. Said the following: without attempt to address the question of guilt or innocence, meaning they didn't even care about whether Leo Frank was guilty or innocent, in recognition of the state's failure to protect the person of Leo Frank and thereby preserve his opportunity for continued legal appeal of his conviction, meaning just because we didn't make sure he got killed by an angry mob, and the recognition of the state's failure to bring his killers to justice, meaning they got away scot-free, and as an effort to heal old wounds, these old wounds being about 70 years old, the State Board of Pardons and Paroles, in compliance with its constitutional and statutory authority, hereby grants Leo M. Frank a pardon. So not only is it a miscarriage of justice twice, then he gets killed, they don't even have the guts to say he was innocent. But we have this plaque up here to mark the site. And I think one thing that's profoundly interesting to me is that two groups sort of rose up from this injustice. The first was the Anti-Defamation League of B'nai B'rith. It's an organization that tries to combat anti-Semitism. The other was the Ku Klux Klan.